Do you struggle with stubborn weight gain where it doesn't seem to matter what you do or what you eat, you just can't seem to shed those pounds? Stubborn weight gain is a symptom that many women with polycystic ovarian syndrome struggle with, and if you're one of them, you know how frustrating and discouraging it can be. Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you why this weight sticks around and how you should be exercising to support your body so that it can finally let go of that extra weight. So stay tuned. Welcome to Jennifer Bago TV, episode number 4. I'm Jennifer Bago and I help women with PCOS and endometriosis to reverse your symptoms, take back your power, and live life on your terms. Now, if you're new here, consider subscribing because each and every week I share tips and tricks to help you heal. Today we're talking all about the best exercise for PCOS and weight loss. But before I go there, you need to understand where this stubborn weight gain comes from. And in order to do that, we need to talk about the liver. So that's where we're going to start today, exploring the health of your liver and how that contributes to stubborn weight gain. If you've been following me for a while, you've probably heard me talk about toxins and the role they play in our health and, more importantly, our ill health. And our livers have a huge job to do in relation to that. So our livers are our filters. They are what filter out toxins and products that are not helpful to our body or could potentially be harmful. So they disarm them and remove them from the body. But what happens is that today our livers are inundated with various toxins. It's in the air we breathe, it's on the food we eat, it's in the stress that we experience on this go lifestyle that we all live. It's in pathogens that we're exposed to. All of these things take a huge hit and are a huge burden on our livers. On top of that, if we're not eating a diet that is very supportive of the liver and helps it to keep in tip-top shape, our livers can become overburdened and their functionality can actually become compromised. And that's what's happened to a large majority of the population today. And in particular, it's definitely one of the root causes of women with PCOS and stubborn weight gain. So the role that the liver plays in weight gain is kind of twofold. We talked about how the liver can become overburdened. And when it does that, it loses some of its functionality. Well, one of the functions of the liver is actually to process fat. And when the liver becomes overburdened, one of the functions that can become compromised is the processing of fat. So it can become less efficient at processing fat out of our body, especially if we're eating a high-fat diet. Now, this can look like a couple of things. I'm sure that you've all heard of fatty liver, and if you haven't, basically what that means is that the liver starts to take on some fat that it can't process. And then that fat can actually end up in other parts of our body as well, and we can start to see kind of an accumulation of fat cells in different parts of our body. So that's one way that the liver contributes to the stubborn weight gain that we can see. The second way is that our body actually uses fat cells to store toxins as a way to keep us safe so that these toxins are stored in the fat cells and they're not floating around to other parts of our body. But when it does that, it makes it really hard for us to get rid of those fat cells without actually detoxifying and releasing those toxins from our body. So if you are someone who has had a hard time with losing weight, where it just seems like it is so stubborn, like I said, it doesn't matter what you do or what you eat, you just can't seem to lose the weight, this could be a huge reason why. The health of your liver could be a huge reason why. Now that you know that your liver is deeply connected with weight gain and weight loss, that's going to tell you how you should be exercising to support your body to heal and release weight now and long-term into the future. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So when we're talking about exercise, the first thing that you want to understand is when you are exercising at a high intensity. And when I'm talking high intensity, I'm talking about you're doing a lot of cardio, a lot of high intensity cardio. You're really getting that heart pumping. What that does is it actually requires a lot of adrenaline from your body, right? That adrenaline is being produced to fuel you through that exercise. And the reason that's important to understand is because when you are someone who has a compromised liver and you're experiencing this stubborn weight gain, you don't want to be overburdening your liver anymore. And when you're doing a lot of high intensity exercise producing this adrenaline, that adrenaline has to be soaked up by your liver, and that further burdens the liver. It can actually even scorch the liver when we're producing adrenaline all the time. So that's something really important to understand in terms of how you can structure your exercises to actually support your body and not be contributing more so to the problem. So if you are someone in this situation, what I suggest is that you want to go for gentle movement, all right? It's always a good idea to move your body. Movement is always a good idea. And so you want to make sure that you're moving your body in a way that is supporting your body to heal rather than kind of contributing to the problem. So ways you can do this are walking. All right, walking is a great way to move your body. It gets you up, it gets you out and moving around. And you can do it a few times a day, right? So that you're kind of bringing in movement throughout your day. So that's one way. The second way is rebounding, which are those mini trampolines. And they are an amazing tool to get movement in a gentle way, but it also is a great way to get your lymphatic system moving, which is actually really important in detoxification, which again is important to releasing weight, which we just explored. So rebounding can also be a great way. You don't have to do it for long. You can start with short periods. In fact, I recommend that you start with short periods of time. But again, you can do it a couple times throughout your day. So you can do some walking, you can do some rebounding. And the last thing that I would recommend is some gentle yoga. Yoga is an amazing way to be able to move your body in a gentle way, especially when you're doing a gentle relaxation or flow yoga. It can be a great way to support your body to move without overexerting yourself and producing a lot of adrenaline, which is going to make your liver have an extra job to do there. So these are 3 simple ways to bring gentle movement into your life that's going to support your body to heal and lose weight without overexerting yourself. Now, what I always recommend is to bring these things in consistently. So bring in some walking, some gentle yoga, some rebounding, but do it on a consistent basis, because when we do things consistently, that's when we start to see the results that we really want to see in our life. Now, if you'd like to continue this discussion, I encourage you to come join my Facebook group called Women in Flow. We talk about more topics like this. I share more tips and tricks. And it's also a part or an opportunity for you to be part of a community, a sisterhood of other women that are going through the same thing you are. It's a place to have more discussions about these topics and get your questions answered. So I highly recommend that you come join our group. You can find it on Facebook. Again, it's called Women in Flow. So join it today, and I look forward to continuing the discussion with you. I hope you found this information valuable today, and if you did, hit the share button, share it with your girlfriends. The more women we can help, the better. And I also want you to join in the conversation. So if you have tips and tricks that have helped you to lose weight with PCOS, share them in the comment section below, because I want to know what they are. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you on the next episode.